everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Glossy Philosophy. My name is Jansen Finman, and today you are tuned in for a monthly edit. Today we are talking all about how to reinvigorate your wardrobe for July. Now, I don't know about you, but June was really busy, and as I'm looking forward to July and just like new ways to infuse energy into my wardrobe and my life and all of those things, I'm thinking I need to go back to basics just a little bit. And I don't mean boring basics. What I mean is just like having a little bit more of the neutral palette that I can just like grab and go. More grab and go pieces, or pieces that I can really pair with some more statement things. So I'm not quite so colorful all around necessarily. It's just that quick, again, grab and go, easy peasy mixing and matching. This is also like the pieces that I've chosen and the things that we're going to talk about today. These are things that are timeless. They're classic, but you can choose them with a little bit of a twist if you want to. So let's get into it. We are sticking with similar accessories. And if you've seen my accessory update video, so we're talking like the Marc Jacobs, the tote bag, we're talking Tory Burch, we're talking straw, woven details, any of those kind of handbags, that's what we're looking for. For shoes, we're sticking with the same thing, maybe a pop of color here. Definitely lots of browns, lots of chestnut and saddle browns. Whites kind of come into play a little bit more in shoes, I feel like in July and August. And then jewelry, keeping it natural stones, maybe a little bit more delicate, maybe even just popping gold into your rotation rather than silver, things like that. So that's all staying the same. For beauty and makeup, you know, I'm actually really enjoying going darker on my nails, especially with a more neutral color palette, and then going really bright on my toes. So on my toes, no matter what the season is, I always like to have a really fun color on there just because I think it just makes me happy. But on my fingers, I like to play in kind of the same tones and feeling and moodiness of whatever that moodiness is. If it's really bright and sunny and cheerful, then I'm going to go with a brighter nail. If it's a little bit more on the neutral side, then I do like to go a little bit darker. So, you know, whatever you enjoy for your beauty, I think that is a really fun way to just kind of reinvigorate things on a monthly basis and just kind of take stock on the colors that you're grabbing naturally and how can you complement that with your nails, because that's just like another little piece of making everything really nice and complete. What are we wearing on our face? You know, summer is a time to play with shimmer, kind of like holiday is, but maybe even a brighter gold. Gold's obviously really, really fun. You can do something like the Golden Goddess palette from Charlotte Tilbury. I've been playing with that. I actually have that on my eyes today. I've been playing with that a little bit. Victoria Beckham has some really interesting shadow sticks as well. All of those things are going to be infiltrated into the beauty videos on Fridays. So now that we've kind of gotten accessories and beauty like out of the way, let's get into the clothing and how we're going to update that as well. So the 5 things that I'm going to recommend for kind of updating or making sure that you have in your wardrobe or bringing back out and wearing if you haven't yet worn those things. The first one is going to be a striped top. Now, it doesn't matter if it has sleeves or if it's sleeveless, anything with a stripe, because stripes just scream summer. There's something nautical, there's something preppy. It's just really, really fun. These pieces, if they don't have sleeves, or even if they do, as long as they're not like statement sleeves, work really well underneath jackets that you've probably been wearing since the spring season. So anything kind of stripey is great. I really like this one. It's almost in like a terracotta red. It's not a bright red. It's a little bit more subdued. So again, it's going to easily mix and match with lots of things in my wardrobe. This one's a little bit more on that neutral side. I have a striped sweater from J. Crew Factory that I really liked wearing in the spring, and I think I'm going to really like wearing in the fall as well. And this is basically, it's very similar, but it's a little bit more weather appropriate. So Really great pieces, again, for mixing and matching with other things. You can pair this with something bright. You can also pair it with something neutral. So remember, color equals youthfulness. It equals just like happy celebration, good times. So think Farm Rio. And things that are a little bit more subdued are a little bit more on that sophisticated chic side. And you can absolutely blend the two together, or you can kind of go one way or the other. Number 2, so we have our striped top. Number 2 is going to be, instead of a fun short, grabbing a neutral short. Now, it doesn't mean that it still can't be fun or a little bit different, but it is going to be more of a workhorse than a fun short. So fun short, I'm a stay-at-home mom, right? So I could wear a fun short anytime I wanted to, but I like to reserve those for the weekend. It just kind of fits with the vibe of what's going on with the fam. And a neutral short, I think, is a really fun way to dress up the short outfits. This one is from Faherty, and okay, if you don't know about Faherty, you need to, because they are really on the sustainable game. It was started by 2 brothers in California. Now one of the wives has jumped in, and it started as a men's brand, and now they're doing lots and lots of female women's clothing, and wow, are the fabrics just so good. They have a lifetime guarantee. Just, you need to check them out. I will make sure, obviously, that everything is linked below, but check out their story. It's really interesting, and the fit is really nice. The fabric is so soft. Everything I have from Faherty has just been like mind-blowingly yummy, so definitely check them out. These are just, you know, on plain sight. They're kind of like a paper bag waist camel colored shorts, but they pair so nicely with a striped top. And how chic is that? You're going a little bit monochromatic. If you grab something a little bit more terracotta, a little bit more playful, and yet still chic, right? You could also mix in greens with this, would be really beautiful. Blues, whites, obviously. So just make sure that you have some kind of a non-denim and non-patterned short in a more subdued color. I love coral. As you know, I feature coral quite a bit on this channel, but having, again, bringing those pieces, bringing your key pieces back to neutrals is a great place to start, and it's a great place to add in those pops of color if you want to. Number 3, a summer pant. Now this can be really fun, or it can just be, you know, a plain, no pattern pant. So what's a summer pant? A summer pant is something that's a little bit more flowy. It could be in a gauze, it could be in a poplin, it could be just in a flowier fabric. Something that just is like, this is the only time I'm going to wear this, and that's okay, because sometimes I want to wear pants in the summer, but I don't want to be like sweating my life away, okay? So these are from LOFT, and they're so fun. They have little flowers on them, and then they have this really fun detail on the bottom. I think LOFT is a really great place to try out trends. I think it's a really fun place to try out things like a summer pant, or just something that maybe you're not sure if you want to commit to financially. It's a great place to start, and it's a great place to just like have a little bit more fun. They don't take fashion too seriously, which can be kind of refreshing, but then you can take those fun pieces, just like with the fun shorts, bring them back to something a little bit more basic, a little bit more structured, or even a little bit more neutral, and it just looks really, really cool, and it looks really, really good. So striped shirt, neutral short, summer pant. Next, number 4 is going to be either a romper or a jumpsuit, or both. So 5 or 4 and 4.5, I suppose. Okay, we're keeping it easy, we're keeping it breezy, we're keeping it cool. I've been really inspired by the 1940s lately, and also just like old Michael Kors advertisements from magazines. I think he does a really good job of American cool, but at least a while back, again in the 90s, which are here again in fashion, it is just this like really cool aviator style, and I like the touches of aviator. I've never wanted to personally be an aviator, but I like those touches in fashion. There's a little bit of military, a little bit of like 20s meets 40s. It's really, really interesting. So I think that's why we're seeing quite a bit of this like army green, which looks really pretty on a lot of different skin tones, and a lot of different hair colors and eye colors. So definitely try it out. Again, go to LOFT, go to J. Crew, go to J. Crew Factory, try out the colors, see if you like it, and then if you want to, go to Evereve, go to Nordstrom, go to Bloomie's, and just see if that is something that is interesting. Okay, I didn't used to be a romper or jumpsuit kind of gal, and the more I saw it on other women, the more I thought, gosh, they must know something that I don't know. It just seems a little silly to me. I'm not a baby. And then I put one on, and I tried it on, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is truly amazing. So the thing that I struggle with, I'm 5'7", so I'm not like incredibly tall, and I'm not really petite or short. The thing I struggle with rompers and jumpsuits is the inseam. I do have a longer torso, so whenever especially if I'm ordering online, I always order at least 2 sizes. Sometimes I order 3. Normally I'm between like an extra small and a small in something like this. So I might order an extra small, a small, and a medium just to make sure that everything is fitting the way I want it to fit. So this is a really cute little romper from Splendid. You can throw a jean jacket over this and it looks great. You could even throw like a faux leather or a leather jacket as the weather gets a little bit cooler. It would look phenomenal. You can also throw a sweater over it. So, you know, basic color palette, but not really a basic item. Easy to mix and match. It has the navies, it has the creams, so it's going to go with a lot of different things. And then like green, black, khaki, any of those colors is just so, so fun in the summer and such a great way to wear a jumpsuit. And it's like a dress. It's easy peasy. It's one and done. You don't have to think. I don't know about you, but by the time Thursday, and for sure by the time Friday hits, I'm like, what day is it? Where am I driving everybody to? What are we doing? And oh, that's right. What am I wearing? And so a dress, a romper, and a jumpsuit, so necessary for those end of the week, what am I wearing moments, right? I also like that a lot of this color palette, you're going to be able to take, I know I'm going to say it, you're going to be able to take it into fall, or at least through September as the weather, you know, you want to dress kind of fall style, but it's not quite cold enough. So a lot of these pieces, or a lot of pieces that have the similar vibe, can be worn for many, you know, weeks ahead. And I'm sorry I said the F word. Okay, so now we are going to dresses. Maybe you're not a jumpsuit girl, maybe you're not a romper girl. I definitely want you to try it, at least try it. A dress. You just need a dress. Again, these are in neutral colors, so the thing I like about neutrals is that you don't get tired of them. You're never looking at your black dress and thinking, ugh, I'm over black. Like, you're never over black, or your white dress. You're never over white. You always need a black dress. You always need a white dress. So why don't you add to that like one more neutral dress that you can just grab and go and you don't have to think about. You might not necessarily be able to dress these up and dress these down in a way that you can with some of the other dresses I've shown, but they are staples and they are workhorses, and these are the ones that you're going to grab probably a little bit more than maybe something a little bit more colorful. So this one is from Michael Stars, and holy moly is this one incredible. It has just this dotted pattern. It's so beautiful. It flows around the body. I also really like that it has adjustable straps, and when you pull on this, because if you have little ones, you know that they like to pull on your clothes, it doesn't drop, and so many of the dresses that have this kind of detailing on top drop when you pull on them. I wish clothing companies would do a pull test. If their consumers, if their customers are moms, or people or teachers who work with people who like to pull on clothes, please do a pull test, because you would be amazed at how much clothing I return or, you know, pass by because I do the pull test and it drops all of a sudden like underneath the ladies. We can't have that. We don't do that. All right, here is another one from Michael Stars. I know, I'm having a Michael Stars moment. This one is a little bit of a dare for me because it's showing off a little bit of skin over here. I definitely have featured this in my Instagram posts already, but it's so comfortable, and how nice is it that there's just a little bit of detail when otherwise it's a very, almost like a tank dress, but in a jersey. There's a little bit of cutout detail, which is definitely coming back, but it's not so much that it's vulgar, and it's not so much, again, that if you get the right fit, if you pull on it, you're gonna have like a oops moment, okay? So again, like so many things in very similar colors, but it just makes getting dressed so much easier. So when you have all those camps, when you have all those pickups and drop-offs, when you have work outside of the house, going with a little bit more of muted pieces and then mixing and matching with more colorful ones if you want to, just makes life a little bit easier. And that is what I am looking forward to in July, is just a little bit more ease, a little bit more sophistication, a little bit more cool, and also, again, you know, having those pieces that I can continue to wear through September. I'm not going to say the word, okay? So that is your July edit. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I think it's really fun to reinvigorate your closet every month. Make sure that you are shopping your closet first. You would be shocked at how many of these pieces you probably already have, or things that you can kind of tweak and just rework in different ways, and just kind of love on them in a way that maybe you haven't in the past or haven't even looked at in a while. And then make your list and then go shopping and fill in the holes as needed. So thank you again for watching. I do fashion videos every Wednesday, beauty videos every Friday, and on Mondays doing edits and tackling specific situations to make your life a little bit easier and a little bit more glossy. Thank you again for watching. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.